In the distant reaches of the Andromeda Nexus, where countless stars twinkled like gems against the vast tapestry of space, there existed a remarkable institution known as the Intergalactic Academy of Valor. This prestigious academy floated gracefully amidst the shimmering celestial bodies, serving as a beacon of knowledge and enlightenment for young beings from various planets. Each corner of the academy was filled with the promise of discovery, a sanctuary for those eager to learn about the intricate complexities of the universe. Among the diverse cohort of students were two individuals who stood out: Zir, a tall, luminescent creature from the planet Noxus, and Farera, a small, furry entity adorned with vibrant colors from the lush world of Kier. Both were filled with anticipation, eager to uncover the myriad truths of the galaxy, particularly the peculiar case of humanity. On this particular day, excitement hung in the air as students gathered in the Grand Lecture Hall, a vast space lined with shimmering screens and soft, ambient lighting that changed colors in harmony with the mood of the discussions. The hall was alive with murmurs of curiosity and speculation as they awaited the appearance of their esteemed instructor, Professor Eldon. He was a wise and ancient being, his long form adorned with scales that glimmered like precious jewels in the light of the academy. Professor Eldon was known not only for his vast knowledge but also for his engaging teaching style that made even the most complex subjects accessible to his students. As the lecture commenced, the holographic projector sprang to life, illuminating the space with breathtaking images of Earth, the home planet of humanity. The shimmering visuals showcased diverse landscapes, bustling cities, and the rich tapestry of life that thrived on this blue planet. Professor Eldon's voice resonated through the hall, commanding attention as he prepared to delve into the enigmatic species that had captured the interest of so many across the galaxy. Today we delve into a topic that has intrigued and perplexed many: the reason why humans have been banned from participating in galactic warfare, he announced with authority. The students leaned forward, their anticipation palpable, eager for the revelations that were about to unfold. Humans, the professor began, are a young species relatively speaking. Their planet, Earth, is filled with conflict and ambition, traits that have both marred their history and propelled their evolution. However, it is not merely their history of warfare that concerns us, it is the potential that lies within them. Their capacity for creativity, resilience, and, most importantly, unpredictability makes them unique. As he spoke, the students watched with rapt attention, captivated by the intricacies of human nature. Zir, with his tall, shimmering form reflecting the projector's light, raised his hand, eager to engage in the discussion. But Professor, if humans are so unpredictable, wouldn't that make them valuable allies in a conflict? His inquiry was insightful, echoing the thoughts of many who had debated the merits of including humanity in galactic affairs. Professor Eldon nodded, a glint of amusement dancing in his eye. An astute question, Zir. Indeed, many in the Council of Galactic Affairs once believed this. However, the unpredictability of humans extends beyond mere strategy. It intertwines with their emotions. Fear, love, anger, and ambition often drive their decisions. This emotional depth can lead to both brilliant tactics and catastrophic failures. Farera, who had been listening intently, chimed in with a curious tilt of her colorful head. So, they are too emotional? Wouldn't that be a weakness? Her voice was filled with genuine concern, reflecting the apprehension many held about the implications of humanity's emotional nature. Indeed, Professor Eldon affirmed, but it is also their greatest strength. The very same emotions that may lead to impulsive actions can inspire remarkable feats of bravery and innovation. As he spoke, the hologram shifted to a depiction of a fierce battle from humanity's past, capturing the students' attention. The scene showcased human soldiers fueled by desperation, taking daring risks that ultimately turned the tide of a critical conflict. It was during the Great Conflict of 2376 that humans demonstrated this dichotomy, the professor explained, his voice carrying the weight of history. The students watched in awe as the visuals portrayed scenes of chaos and valor, illustrating how, when all seemed lost, humans unleashed a strategy so reckless yet brilliant that it caught their opponents off guard. The tension in the room heightened as the unfolding drama played out before them, a testament to humanity's capacity for both creativity and chaos. Zir's curiosity deepened further, and he leaned in closer. But what exactly happened afterward? He asked, his voice filled with intrigue and concern. Professor Eldon's expression shifted, taking on a more serious tone. Ah, he said, his voice tinged with gravity, the aftermath was catastrophic. Rather than simply claiming victory, the human desire for retribution spiraled out of control. They unleashed a weapon of mass destruction, one that had been concealed from the council for fear of its repercussions. The room fell silent as the implications of this revelation sunk in, each student processing the profound consequences of such actions. Farera gasped, her colorful fur bristling with emotion. A weapon of mass destruction? But why would they do such a thing? The professor continued, humans are complex creatures. Their emotions, while often a source of strength, can also cloud their judgment. In the heat of the moment, driven by a desire to ensure that their suffering would not go unpunished, they resorted to desperate measures. The consequences of this decision rippled through the galaxy, prompting a response from the council that led to their ban from participating in galactic warfare. The room was thick with a mix of fear and fascination as the students grappled with the duality of humanity, their potential for both greatness and destruction. What did the council decide? Zir inquired, a sense of urgency in his voice. The council issued a decree, Professor Eldon replied, forbidding any member of their species from engaging in warfare on a galactic scale. They were seen as too volatile, too unpredictable to be trusted with the power of advanced weaponry. The ban was not just a punishment, it was a safeguard for the stability of the galaxy. As the discussion continued, the students exchanged glances filled with wonder and apprehension. They were beginning to understand that humanity was not merely a species defined by its conflicts but rather a group shaped by their struggles, ambitions, and the complexity of their emotional landscapes. But can they change? Farera asked, her voice soft yet firm. Can humanity learn to channel their emotions into something constructive? Professor Eldon regarded her thoughtfully, contemplating the weight of her question. Change is a possibility for any species, my dear students. Humanity has shown an incredible capacity for growth and adaptation. The lessons learned from their past mistakes could pave the way for a brighter future. Perhaps one day, they will find a way to unite their emotional depth with a disciplined approach to conflict, transforming their chaotic energy into a force for good. The students sat in silence, reflecting on the weight of their discussion. They were aware that the universe was vast and filled with countless civilizations, each with its own history, struggles, and potential. Humanity, with all its flaws and strengths, was but one piece of a much larger puzzle. As the lecture came to a close, Professor Eldon reminded them, the story of humanity is ongoing. It is essential that we remain vigilant and open-minded. The galaxy is always changing, and so too are its inhabitants. Understanding their journey can teach us valuable lessons about our own paths and the potential for growth within every species. With newfound perspectives on humanity, Zir and Farera, along with their fellow students, left the lecture hall filled with questions and the desire to explore more about the enigmatic species that inhabited a distant blue planet. As they walked through the academy's corridors, the stars outside twinkled brightly, whispering promises of adventure and discovery, and hinting at the infinite possibilities that lay ahead. They understood that knowledge was not static, it evolved with every new experience and lesson learned. And as they pondered the complexities of humanity, they were reminded that every civilization, no matter how flawed, had the potential for redemption and transformation. The galaxy was indeed a rich tapestry woven with the threads of countless stories, each waiting to be told and understood. The tale of humanity would continue to unfold, and the lessons learned from their past would resonate through the stars for generations to come. As the students ventured outside the lecture hall, the radiant colors of Kyr's lush landscapes filled their vision, a sharp contrast to the cosmic vastness surrounding the Intergalactic Academy of Valor. The conversations among them bubbled with excitement and curiosity, each eager to share their thoughts and interpretations of Professor Eldon's lecture. Zir and Farera, walking side by side, exchanged insights about the emotional depth of humanity and its implications for future interactions among galactic civilizations. Imagine, Farera mused, her vibrant fur reflecting the sunlight, if humans could harness their emotions positively, how powerful they could become in the galaxy. Their ability to feel deeply could foster empathy, creativity, and collaboration. It could allow them to build alliances rather than conflicts. Zir nodded in agreement, envisioning a future where humanity might evolve beyond its tumultuous past. But it would take time, and they would need the support and understanding of other species. Perhaps our role is to help them find that path, he replied, his luminescent skin shimmering with enthusiasm at the prospect of fostering interspecies relationships. The discussions flowed seamlessly into the Academy's gardens, where diverse flora from different worlds coexisted in harmony, symbolizing the potential for unity despite differences. As they wandered among the exotic plants and trees, they pondered what role they could play in bridging the gap between humans and the galactic community. Could they become ambassadors of understanding, sharing insights from both perspectives? The idea excited them, igniting a sense of purpose and determination. They realized that as the next generation of leaders, they bore the responsibility of guiding their respective worlds toward a future of collaboration and peace. As they left the academy that day, they carried with them the hope of transforming knowledge into action, embarking on a journey to foster a greater understanding of humanity and its complexities, aiming to reshape the narrative that had long surrounded the human race. The atmosphere in the lecture hall grew tense as Professor Eldon recounted the harrowing tale of humanity's greatest failure. Fur bristling, he paused deliberately, allowing the weight of his words to sink into the minds of his captivated audience. They harnessed a form of energy capable of obliterating entire planets, he revealed, his voice steady yet heavy with the burden of history. The room fell into an oppressive silence, the implications of his statement resonating deeply with the students. Their minds raced, grappling with the enormity of what such a power could unleash. The professor continued, the council acted swiftly, deeming humans too dangerous to engage in any future conflicts. Thus, a ban was placed, a necessary precaution for the safety of the galaxy. He scanned the room, meeting the eyes of his students, and for a moment, the magnitude of the decision hung palpably in the air. Zerk, one of the taller students, couldn't help but feel a mix of empathy and apprehension toward humans. But they've learned since then, haven't they? Surely they've changed, he asked, his voice tinged with hope. Change takes time, Professor Eldon replied thoughtfully. And the galaxy is not so forgiving. While humans have made strides in diplomacy and cooperation, the scars of their past still linger. Many view them with suspicion, even hostility. They are a species still learning to control their passions. The atmosphere in the room shifted as the professor's words painted a vivid picture of humanity's struggles, a species wrestling with its own demons while yearning for acceptance among the stars. Farera, the small, furry student with vibrant colors reflecting her animated demeanor, raised her paw, her eyes wide with determination. If humans can evolve, shouldn't we give them a chance? What if their creativity can help us solve conflicts instead of creating them? Her passion infused the room with energy, and Professor Eldon smiled at her idealism, appreciating the fire of youthful conviction that ignited hope in the dire narrative surrounding humanity. This is a question that the Council grapples with continually, he admitted, acknowledging her point. The potential for alliance exists, but the risks are formidable. The path forward requires careful consideration, understanding, and perhaps a willingness to embrace the unpredictable nature of humanity. As the lecture progressed, the students engaged in passionate debates about the implications of human involvement in galactic matters. They delved into discussions about the balance between risk and reward, the complexity of emotions, and the very nature of warfare itself. Each viewpoint brought forth a kaleidoscope of perspectives, revealing the depth of their concern for a species that had been unjustly marginalized due to its history. In the days that followed, Zerk and Farera found themselves increasingly drawn to the plight of humans. They studied Earth's history, poring over the trials and triumphs that had shaped this resilient species. With each story, they peeled back layers of complexity, illuminating both the beauty and tragedy of human existence. They learned of wars fought, lives lost, and the indomitable spirit that propelled humanity forward despite insurmountable odds. One evening, as they sat in a quiet corner of the academy, enveloped in the serene ambience of glowing plants and soft whispers of the wind, Zerk turned to Farera, his tone contemplative. Do you think they will ever be allowed to join us in the galaxy? To be part of something greater? Farera's eyes sparkled with hope as she considered his question. I believe they can, she replied, her voice steady and resolute. If we advocate for understanding and cooperation, we might help them find their place among the stars. Their capacity for creativity could foster innovative solutions to conflicts that have long plagued our galaxy. Their discussion soon attracted the attention of their peers, sparking interest among other students who shared similar thoughts. It ignited a movement within the academy, a collective consciousness devoted to challenging the prevailing perceptions of humanity. Together, they began crafting proposals advocating for the inclusion of humans in galactic councils, emphasizing their potential for growth and contribution. As they prepared to present their findings to the Council of Galactic Affairs, the atmosphere buzzed with anticipation and determination. The students understood the gravity of their mission. They were embarking on a quest to change perceptions, to advocate for a species that had once been deemed too dangerous to engage with. This was not merely a presentation, it was a call to action, a plea for understanding that transcended history's judgments. On the day of their presentation, the grand chamber of the council was filled with representatives from various planets, their diverse forms reflecting the vastness of the galaxy. As Zerk and Farera took their place at the forefront, a sense of unity enveloped them. They were not merely speaking for themselves but for countless beings who had longed for justice and understanding. Zerk began, his voice steady and filled with passion. Honorable members of the council, we stand before you not just as students but as advocates for a species that has shown remarkable resilience in the face of adversity. Humanity, despite its tumultuous history, possesses the potential for greatness. They have faced their demons, learned from their mistakes, and are now on a path of growth and evolution. We must not allow the past to dictate their future. Farera continued, her vibrant fur shimmering with enthusiasm. The galaxy is vast and beautiful, holding space for all beings. Humanity has the capacity for creativity, empathy, and bravery that can contribute significantly to our collective future. Instead of viewing them as a threat, we should see the possibilities they bring. A fresh perspective that could help us solve the challenges we face together. Their passionate appeal resonated throughout the chamber, sparking a wave of murmurs among the council members. Many were taken aback by the students' boldness, their sincerity and conviction igniting a flicker of curiosity in the hearts of those who had long been skeptical. In the weeks that followed, discussions erupted across the council chambers, debates igniting over the proposal to re-examine humanity's place in the galaxy. The students watched with bated breath as representatives voiced their opinions, some still clinging to fears and reservations while others began to consider the transformative potential of allowing humanity to step forward. Zerk and Farera spent their nights researching and gathering evidence, sharing stories from Earth that illustrated humanity's capacity for innovation and collaboration. They highlighted examples of human ingenuity, their contributions to technology, art, and philosophy that had enriched the galaxy. With each presentation, they pushed against the walls of prejudice, advocating for a new era of understanding. As momentum built, the Academy began to transform into a hub of advocacy, with students from various backgrounds rallying together, united by the belief that every being deserved a chance at redemption. They formed alliances with other races, sharing their findings and working to cultivate empathy toward humanity. At last, the moment of reckoning arrived. The Council of Galactic Affairs convened to discuss the proposals presented by the students. Zerk and Farera stood nervously at the front, their hearts racing as they awaited the outcome of their efforts. Would they succeed in changing the course of history? The discussion was fierce, with passionate voices raised on both sides of the debate. Some argued that humanity was too dangerous to be trusted, while others pointed out the undeniable strides they had made toward cooperation and peace. Zerk and Farera listened intently, absorbing every word, their resolve strengthening with each counterargument. In the end, the council reached a pivotal decision. With a majority vote in favor of reconsidering humanity's place in galactic affairs, they passed a motion to grant humans the opportunity to participate in future councils, contingent upon strict guidelines aimed at ensuring safety and oversight. Zerk and Farera exchanged glances of disbelief, their hopes materializing into reality. It was a victory not only for humanity but for all beings who had longed for unity and collaboration in the galaxy. They had ignited a movement, a wave of understanding that could transform the future of interstellar relations. As they left the council chambers, the galaxy seemed to glow with possibilities. Zerk and Farera knew they had taken the first step toward a brighter future, one where humanity could find its rightful place among the stars. The complexities of the human spirit, once viewed as a liability, were now seen as the strength that could help heal the fractures within the galaxy. Together, they envisioned a future where beings from all walks of life could stand united, working hand in hand to navigate the intricacies of existence among the stars. The dream of an inclusive galaxy, where differences were celebrated rather than feared, was finally within reach. It was a testament to the enduring spirit of unity and hope, paving the way for a new era of cooperation and understanding among all civilizations. As Zerk and Farera left the council chambers, they felt a surge of excitement mixed with apprehension. They had not just opened a door, they had cracked the very foundation of old prejudices that had long governed interstellar politics. The path ahead would undoubtedly be fraught with challenges, as there were still factions within the council that harbored deep-seated fears about humanity's unpredictable nature. Yet they also sensed a shift, a growing willingness among many to consider humanity not just as a relic of their past but as a potential ally in a future that required collaboration and understanding. This momentum, they realized, was their responsibility to maintain, to nurture, and to grow. In the days following the council's decision, Zerk and Farera took it upon themselves to further their mission of advocacy. They organized forums and discussion panels within the Academy, inviting representatives from various species to engage in dialogues about humanity's role in the galaxy. Each session became a vibrant tapestry of ideas, showcasing not only the students' enthusiasm but also the increasing interest from other races in understanding humanity's complexities. The narratives of Earth, filled with tales of both horror and heroism, began to resonate with others as they recognized shared experiences, struggles for identity, growth through conflict, and the quest for redemption. Their initiative sparked a wave of research projects and collaborations aimed at fostering direct relationships between humans and other species. As news of the Council's decision spread across the galaxy, other worlds began to re-evaluate their own perceptions of humanity, prompting a broader dialogue about coexistence and shared aspirations. Zerk and Farera found themselves at the center of a burgeoning movement, one that not only sought to integrate humanity into the Galactic Council but also aimed to redefine the essence of galactic unity itself. They envisioned a galaxy where the diverse tapestry of life could weave together in harmony, creating a future illuminated by understanding, empathy, and the collective strength of all its inhabitants. In this new era, the stars would shine brighter, reflecting a galaxy united not by fear, but by the promise of collaboration and hope.